Hello friends, welcome to Prefacts Corner Series discussion. Today we will discuss on Asiatic Lions, Challenger Dweep, Genetically Modified, Border Adjustment Tax, International Religious Freedom Report 2019, BoseEinstein Condensers, Indian Gore, Lunar Lake, the Coral Triangle, Aries, and lastly Aguada Phoenix. Our first important article is on Asiatic Lion. Recently, the Gujarat Forest Department has announced an increase in the population of Asiatic lions in the Gir Forest region. The count was estimated from a population observation exercise called Poonam Avlokan, which is a monthly in-house exercise carried out every full moon. The Poonam Avlokan was developed by the Forest Department in 2014 as a part of the preparations for the 2015 lion census. The population observation exercise carried out for 24 hours assessing the number of lions and their locations in their respective jurisdictions. The exercises are conducted only by the forest staff of the forest department. Last year, more than 2 dozen lions were died due to an outbreak of canine distemper virus and babesiosis. About the virus, we will discuss later on. About the lion census. The first lion census was conducted by the Nawab of Junagadh in 1936. Since 1965, the Forest Department has been regularly conducting the lion census every 5 years. The regular lion census is conducted once every 5 years, and the last census was conducted in 2015. The lion census usually runs for more than 2 days, including a preliminary census and a final census. The lion census was done using the block counting method. About Gir National Park, the park is located in the state of Gujarat. It is the only natural habitat of Asiatic lions. The park is often linked with Maldharis, who are religious pastoral communities, and the settlements are called as nesses. Protection of Asiatic lions, they are endangered as per IUCN Red List and are listed in the Appendix 1 of CITES and are protected under the Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. The Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has also launched Asiatic Lion Conservation Project for the protection of Asiatic lions. What is Babesia? It is a tiny parasite that infects the red blood cells. Infection with Babesia is called babesiosis. They are usually transmitted by a tick bite. Babesiosis occurs in both animals and humans. Babesiosis outbreak was reported in Gir Forest in 2020 and around 2 dozen lions were reported to be killed. What is canine distemper virus? They are contagious and serious disease caused by a virus that attacks the respiratory, gastrointestinal and nervous systems of puppies and dogs. They are caused by a single-stranded RNA virus of the family Paramyxoviridae, the same family of the viruses that causes melsis, mumps, and bronchiolitis in humans. They affect a wide variety of animal families, including domestic and wild species. Next article is on Challenger Dweep. Kathy Sullivan, known as the first American woman to walk in space, has also become the first man to reach a Challenger Dweep, which is situated in the Mariana Trench, that is 7 miles below the surface of the Pacific Ocean. Scientists can be carried to the deep sea by vehicles called human-occupied vehicles, or alternatively unmanned vehicles called remotely operated vehicles. What is Challenger Dweep? It is the deepest known point in the Earth's oceans that is located in the western Pacific Ocean at the southern end of the Mariana Trench near the Mariana Islands group. Significance of deep ocean areas. The revenue sources for medical drugs, food, energy, resources, and other products. They help us to predict earthquakes and tsunamis. They also helps us to understand how we are affecting and getting affected by the Earth's environment. Next article is on genetically modified crop. In the current Kharif season, farmers would undertake mass sowing of GM seeds for maize, soybean, mustard brinjal, and herbicide tolerant cotton, although these are not approved. What are genetically modified seeds? They are conventional plant breeding involves crossing species of the same genus to provide the offspring with the desired traits of both parents. Genetic engineering aims to transcend the genus barrier by introducing an alien gene in the seeds to get the desired effects. The alien gene could be from a plant, an animal, or even a soil bacterium. What are the types of GM crops? Bit cotton is the only GM crop that is allowed in India that has two alien genes from the soil bacterium that allows the crop to develop a protein toxic to the common pest pink bollworm. HTBT on the other cotton is derived with the insertion of an additional gene from another soil bacterium which allows the plant to resist the common herbicide glyphosate. In bit brinjal, a gene allows the plant to resist attacks of fruit and shoot borer. In DMH11 mustard, developed by Deepak Pantal and colleague in the South Campus of University of Delhi, genetic modification allows cross-pollination in a crop that self-pollinates in nature. What is the legal position of genetically modified crops in India? In India, the Genetically Engineering Appraisal Committee is the apex body that allows for commercial release of genetically modified crops. In 2002, the Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee had allowed the commercial release of bit cotton. More than 95% of the country's cotton area has since then come under bit cotton. Use of the unapproved GM variant can attract a jail term of 5 years and a fine of rupees 1 lakh under the Environmental Protection Act 1989. Next article is on border adjustment tax. Recently, a Niti Aayog member has favored imposing a border adjustment tax that is on imports to provide a level playing field to domestic industries. What is border adjustment tax? It is a duty that is proposed to be imposed on imported goods in addition to the customs levy that gets charged at the port of entry. It is a fiscal measure that imposes a charge on goods or services in accordance with the destination principle of taxation. The border adjustment tax seeks to promote equal conditions of competition for foreign and domestic companies supplying products or services within a taxing jurisdiction. So, border adjustment tax is a duty that is proposed to be imposed on imported goods in addition to the customs levy that gets charged at the port of entry. Next important article is on International Religious Freedom Report 2019. Recently, the US State Department has released its annual International Religious Freedom Report, which is a survey of the state of religious freedom across the world. The International Religious Freedom Report listed countries for positive developments in religious freedom and negative examples. It discussed in detail about mob lynchings, anti-conversion laws, cow visitalism, and related issues. In April, the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom had recommended to the US administration that India be designated a country of particular concern. So, what is United States Commission on International Religious Freedom? It is an independent, bipartisan US federal government commission, the first of its kind in the world. The commission is dedicated to defending the universal right to freedom of religion or belief abroad. It reviews the facts and circumstances of religious freedom violations and makes policy recommendations. What is country of particular concern? According to the United States Commission on International Religious Freedoms website, the country of particular concern are those countries that commit systematic, ongoing, and egregious violations of religious freedom. For countries designated as country of particular concern, the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom recommends policy options, including sanctions, to the US State Department. Freedom of religion under Constitution of India. Freedom of religion in India is a fundamental right guaranteed by Article 25 to 28 of the Constitution of India. Article 25 deals with freedom of conscience and free profession, practice, and propagation of religion. Article 26 deals with freedom to manage religious affairs. Article 27 deals with freedom as to payment of taxes for promotion of any particular religion. And lastly, Article 28 deals with freedom as to attendance at religious instruction or religious worship in certain educational institutions. Further, Article 29 and 30 of the Constitution of India deals with the protection of interests of minorities. Next important article is on Bose-Einstein Condensers. Recently, scientists have observed the fifth state of matter, Bose-Einstein Condensers, in space for the first time. This discovery offers unprecedented insight that could help solve some of the quantum universe's most intractable conundrums. What is Bose-Einstein Condensers? The Bose-Einstein condensers formed when atoms of certain elements are cooled to near absolute zero. They are a state of matter when separate atoms or subatomic particles cooled to near absolute zero into a single quantum mechanical entity. This form of matter was predicted in 1920s by Albert Einstein on the basis of the quantum formulations of the Indian physicist Satyendra Bose. The Bose-Einstein condensers can slow down light. The potential applications of Bose-Einstein condensers include more accurate atomic clocks and enhanced techniques to make electronic chips or integrated circuits. Next article is on Indian Gore. Recently, the first population estimation exercise of the Indian Gore carried out in the Nilgiris Forest Division in the recent years. About Indian Gore is one of the largest extinct bovines and are native to South and Southeast Asia. They are listed as vulnerable as per the IUCN Red List since 1986. Indian goats are listed in CITES Appendix 1 and is legally protected in all range states. They are extinct in Sri Lanka and probably also in Bangladesh. Indian Gore are one of the largest species among the wild cattle. Gore historically occurred throughout mainland South and Southeast Asia. Next important article is on Lunar Lake. Recently, the 56,000-year-old lunar crater Sanctuary Lake of Maharashtra state has turned dark pink. Lunar Lake is famous as the world's largest basaltic impact crater. Similar phenomenon of the water in the lake turning dark pink takes place in the Umriya Lake in Iran. About Lunar Lake. The Lunar Lake is also known as Lunar Crater, which is a saline, usually called a soda lake. The lake is located at Lonar in Buldhana district of Maharashtra state. The Lonar Lake is a notified National Geo Heritage Monument It is created by an asteroid collision with Earth impact during the Pleistocene epoch. It is one of the four known hypervelocity impact craters in basaltic rock anywhere on Earth. The Lunar Lake is situated inside the Deccan Plate, that is a massive plain of basalt rock. The other three basaltic impact structures are in southern Brazil. Its unusual geochemistry enables the growth of specific types of microorganisms, some of which are not found anywhere else. The water of the Lunar Lake are both saline and alkaline in nature, which makes it unique. About National Geological Monuments. They are geographical areas of national importance and heritage that is notified by the Government of India's Geological Survey of India for their maintenance, protection, promotion, and enhancement of geotourism. There are 34 notified National Geological Heritage Monument sites of India. The Geological Survey of India or the respective state governments are responsible for taking necessary measures to protect these sites. Some of the observations includes that high alkaline that have high concentration of carbonate salts makes the lake pink color. The saline chemistry support the growth of a family of bacteria known as halobacteria, which is not harmful to humans. And these organisms thrive in highly saline conditions, producing a red pigment that absorbs sunlight and converts it into energy. Something presence of Dunaliella salina microalgae. Dunaliella produces carotenoids, which is a pigment found in carrots as well. What is UNESCO Global Geopark? They are single unified geographical areas where sites and landscapes of international geological significance, which are managed with a holistic concept of protection, education, and sustainable development. They are not a legislative designation and also does not imply any restrictions on any economic activity inside the site. Important fact to remember is that no Indian site has been designated in the UNESCO Global Geopark. Difference between UNESCO Global Geoparks, Biosphere Reserves, and World Heritage Sites. Biosphere reserves focus on the harmonized management of biological and cultural diversity. World Heritage Sites promote the conservation of natural and cultural sites of outstanding universal value. UNESCO Global Geoparks gives international recognition for sites that promote the importance and significance of protecting the Earth's geodiversity through actively engaging with the local communities. A World Heritage Site or Biosphere Reserve can apply for the UNESCO Global Geopark status. However, a clear evidence has to be provided on how UNESCO Global Geopark status will add value by being both independently branded and in synergy with the other designations. About the Global Geoparks Network. The Global Geoparks Network, of which membership is obligatory for UNESCO Global Geoparks, is a legally constituted not for profit organization. The Global Geoparks Network was founded in 2004 and is a dynamic network where members exchange ideas of best practice to raise the quality standards of a UNESCO Global Geopark. While the Global Geoparks Network as a whole comes together every 2 years, it functions through the operation of regional networks such as the European Geoparks Network that meets twice a year to develop and promote joint activities. It is managed under the UNESCO's Ecological and Earth Science Division. Next important article is on the Coral Triangle. Recently, the Coral Triangle Day was held on June 9, which is a massive celebration of the Coral Triangle the world's epicenter of marine biodiversity. The Coral Triangle Day was observed for the first time in June 9, 2012, in conjunction with the World Oceans Day on June 8. About Coral Triangle. The Coral Triangle is the world's epicenter of marine diversity, is one of the three mega ecological complexes on our planet, together with the Congo Basin and the Amazon rainforest. It is a vast ocean expanse that geographically spreads across six countries in Asia and the Pacific. The countries are Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, and the Timor Leste. Next article is on Aryabhatta Research Institute of Observational Sciences. Recently, a memorandum of understanding has been signed between Indian Space Research Organization and Aryabhatta Research Institute of Observational Science, which is situated in Nainital, for cooperation in the field of space situational awareness and astrophysics. The MOU will pave the way for future collaboration between ISRO and ARIES in establishing optical telescope observational facilities for space object tracking, research and development studies in space weather, astrophysics, and near Earth objects. Space objects orbital tracking, analysis, and space weather studies are important aspects in space situational awareness and management to safeguard Indian space assets from critical conjunction threats from space debris. Future endeavors in space exploration depends on research and development in astrophysics, solar sciences, and space environment. Self-reliance in these areas is a key to the progress of Indian space arena. Next article is on Aguada Phoenix. Recently, scientists using an aerial remote sensing method have discovered the largest and oldest known structure built by the ancient Maya civilization. The Aguada Phoenix is located at a site called Aguada Phoenix near the Guatemalan border. In total volume, it exceeded ancient Egypt's Great Pyramid of Giza, built 1500 years earlier. LIDAR, the short form for light detection and ranging, is a remote sensing technique that employs a pulsed laser and other data obtained flying over a site to generate three-dimensional information about the shape of surface characteristics. Quick revision of the discussion. Poonam Avlocan is a monthly in-house exercise used for assessing the number of lions and their locations in their respective jurisdictions. The regular lion census is conducted once every 5 years. Gir National Park is the only natural habitat of Asiatic lions, which is situated in the state of Gujarat. Challenger Deep is the deepest known point in the Earth's oceans, located in the western Pacific Ocean at the southern end of the Mariana Trench near the Mariana Islands group. Bt cotton is the only GM crop that is allowed in India. In India, Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee is the apex body that allows for commercial release of GM crops. International Religious Freedom is a flagship report of United States Commission on International Religious Freedom. Bose-Einstein Condensers formed when atoms of certain elements are cooled to near absolute zero. Indian Gore is one of the largest extant bovines and are native to South and Southeast Asia. Lunar Lake is famous as the world's largest basaltic impact crater and a notified National Geoheritage Monument. The Coral Triangle is a vast ocean expanse that geographically spreads across six countries in Asia and the Pacific. They are Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, and Timor-Leste. Aguada Phoenix is the largest and oldest known structure built by the ancient Maya civilization located near the Guatemalan border. Thank you for watching.